first. We should be good. Supposedly we're good. I'm gonna do some cardio today. And it's not the most interesting thing to watch, but just wanted to lead by example. Something I personally need. Aha, aha, good, good, good. I think things are registering now. I'm going to check out Twitch. Last time Twitch is the one that wanted to crash a lot, so I would rather it not. I think we're good there. Cool. And I'm trying to stream YouTube as well this time. We're going to give that a shot. See what happens. I think it's doing something. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Make sure this doohickey is centered. Sometimes when that chat comes up, it doesn't center. Okay. Oh. So before I start my cardio, I did want to read a verse today, or a couple verses rather. I do this before my classes, and there was some pretty good ones. I have a friend and we're working on a podcast, and we're going to talk about suffering first thing because we're crazy. That's going to be like our first couple of episodes. But we think it's like a necessary conversation to have. I realized that I did not have the proper view of suffering. But this one touches on it today, so I figure I'd read it. So this is Romans chapter 5, verses 1 through 5. It says, and I'm reading out the New King James, therefore, having been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we also have access by faith into this grace in which we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of God. And not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope. Now hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit who was given to us. So I just really like those verses. Just another way that the Lord uses suffering in our own experience to grow us, to mature us. And I also appreciate so much that this is what Jesus did for us. You know, like he didn't just say, you all be good, and then he just like stays there on his ivory tower and doesn't do anything. Like he actually came to earth and through suffering we have our salvation. We innately know that there needs to be justice, right? So I'm just thankful that we have a God that actually participates in our life, you know, instead of just stays on his high horse and doesn't interact with us at all. So that's what I'm thankful for today. So it's just some straight cardio today. I'm going to do 30 minutes. And try to stay above a 16 speed. We'll see how that goes. So feel free to hop in the chat, ask any questions. Again, if you're on Twitch or YouTube, you're probably not as familiar with me. Facebook is a bit more familiar with me. Anton, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a long time. I don't know if you saw me streaming any Super Mario 64. I did finally start it. How are you doing? You're good. Good. Oh, did you find a convenient workout time for you yet? Even just home workouts? How are the push-ups going? I'm doing well, just very busy. Trying to stream more often. Keeps me accountable for my exercise, so that's nice. Yeah, I don't know if it's still up or not. I'm not good at that game at all. I haven't played it in maybe 2 weeks now. I need to get back at it. Haven't really had a chance to sit down. and do that. Whew. It is a hard game. Yeah, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. I didn't realize how many of my friends from like college and high school that I didn't know were gamers. When I posted on Facebook that I was doing this and playing Super Mario 64, like a lot of them were like, "Oh my gosh, that's like the best game ever. That's my favorite." I was like, where did this come from? Like, I had no idea that they had played anything or anything like that. Some of them I did, let alone it was their favorite game, you know. Definitely not on the speedrunners level. I did watch a couple of those people, and it's insane. There's a guy just carrying on a conversation and just jumping through those obstacles like it's nothing. It's crazy. How are your push-ups coming along? Oh boy. I really think this thing is crooked. It's messing with me. They're going fine. Oh, good. Good, good, good. You feel like you're getting any progress with them? With the push-ups? Oh no, you've been sick. That's no good. That's good. Back on the horse, right? That's good, good, good. What kind of bug did you catch? Was it like the flu or just a cold or something? There we go. All right. Getting a little better. Up the resistance a little bit, and it was hard. Oh, so you're not sure what it was? It's been bad this year. It seems like here in the States anyway, where we live, we had it seemed like everybody had the flu, like around Christmas time. It was awful. And the stomach bug came around. It's just been pretty bad. I'm keeping up my speed at this new resistance. That's nice. Oh, you puked. I hate puking so bad. It's the worst. So whenever I try to like up the intensity for my exercises, like if I puke, it's pushed too hard. There's some people like that do that. They'll work out so they puke like on a regular basis. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's not nice at all. Like dry heaving is the worst. I hate that one. But you felt better right after. Oh, hopefully you didn't get like food poisoning or something. I think I've only got food poisoning once in my life. I'd rather not do that again. That was awful. Goodness gracious. How's what's the thing going around this time of year? Oh, okay. So it's just one of the bugs that are going around, huh? How's the weather where you are now? Is it still really, really cold? Or is it starting to warm up? It's finally starting to warm up here, at least for now. It's like in the 50s or something today. No, I think it's higher than that. I think we're going to be in the 60s today. Super weird for February, but we'll take it. It's a little toasty in my office. It's good to have cardio back though. I do feel like my brain health is getting better again. I feel a little sharper again, which is nice. it's hard. I wish I could run without having consequences, without needing a chiropractor appointment, I should say. I think if once I really start hammering this rotational stuff, it'll be better. Uh-oh. Hopefully Twitch didn't crash. Okay, I didn't. Okay, good. It's been so cold here for so long. Oh no. Do you guys still have a lot of snow, or is that kind of a constant too sometimes? You guys just constantly have snow? Mashed Potato Tower, how's it going? Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate it. Well, the snow doesn't melt. I guess with it being that cold, it just constantly stays there. Mashed Potato Tower, thanks for joining us. How are you doing this morning, or maybe evening or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world? In your opinion, what's the best or better cardio activities? Good question. It is the one that you can stick with. So it's like for this one, I'm doing the bike because it's the one that hurts me the least. I have this injury, rib injury, where I used to run a lot more often. But ever since I had this rib injury, running has not been very safe for me. Like it'll kind of jack up my entire spine. After that, that's gotten better. There's still something about my neck that it messes with. So the bike, I really like a rower, like an erg machine. Those are great. Nothing wrong with the treadmill, elliptical, stationary bike. But the one that you can stick with and do it consistently has the best kind of cardio. It's a really good question, by the way. Is there one that you like better than others? Mashed Potato Tower? I like the name, by the way. Who doesn't like a tower of mashed potatoes? Whew. Oh, swimming. I forgot about swimming. Swimming is excellent. I take that back. If I could do any of them, swimming. It's just personal preference, though. Works the whole body. Does get your heart rate up. But you have the coolness of the water, so that way you don't have to worry about sweat or anything. I feel amazing afterwards. I don't really like mornings a lot. Definitely don't like the cold. But there's something about swimming first thing in the morning and you walk outside in cold weather. I don't know why. It just feels amazing to me. Cardio intensity. All right, great question. This can vary. So, where do I start? You want to make sure that it's challenging. You want to raise your heart rate a little bit. There's an equation where you can check your heart rate. Rats, what are the ranges? Well, it's been a while since I've done that. But it's 220 minus your age, and that equals your max heart rate. So, like the really high intensity, that's your max heart rate. And you want to stay between, I believe it's 60 and 80% of that max heart rate. So let's say, just for simplicity's sake, these numbers are not accurate. Let's say you want to, your max heart rate is 100. You multiply that by 0.6 and then 0.8. So 60 and 80 beats per minute is that range where you're going to be growing. Anything under that, it may not be challenging enough. Better than nothing, but it may not be challenging enough. Anything higher than that is still beneficial, just not every day. So you can risk overtraining if you go above that 80% every day. Unless you can recover really, really, really well. So that would be the exception. That means that your eating is on point, you're drinking enough water and having enough electrolytes, and you are sleeping enough. That's a big one. So Really good question. So if you take that max heart rate, I wonder if I can write this down. Can you guys see the board? Can you see that? Ooh, cool. Let me scooch it over a little bit though. So if you take 220 minus your age, that equals your max heart rate. And then I'm going to shorten this to MHR. Whew. Then you take your max heart rate, oops, and then multiply it by 0.8, which is 80%. And that's going to be like the upper range of what you need. And then your lower range is going to be max heart rate times 0.60. That's your lower range. And then you want to stay in that 60 to 80% heart rate. Max heart rate, excuse me. Whew. Is that readable? Let's see. Yeah, that equation seems arbitrary. Yeah, it's just guidance. It's just a parameter, and that's with a lot of things in exercise and nutrition. If you look at studies of like fitness and things, a lot of them are really not good study designs at all, like as far as like science goes. But when you're actually doing tests on humans, there's so many factors that you can't control for. So you kind of have to take those studies with a grain of salt. So it's helpful to have parameters to go by, a direction to go. So that way you have something to go off of instead of just trying things and hoping it sticks. So there is some evidence that is helpful. This is one of them. And so, for example, myself, you can hear I'm panting. I have no idea how much time I've got here. I'm aiming for 30 minutes. So I'm about halfway. If I take my heart rate right now, it's probably going to be at 80% right now, if not higher. My whole life has been like that. I don't know why. I feel fine. Like I'm checking my other feelings in here. I don't just go by this. I make sure that I'm feeling the challenge. Another thing that you can do is the talk test, which is on the stream. It's kind of what I'm doing in a way. Can I carry on a conversation? If I can carry on a conversation easy without panting like I am right now, that's going to be too easy. I'm not going to get the cardio benefits as much. If I can't carry on a conversation at all, like probably the final minute of this 30 minutes, I'm going to be pushing it. I'm not going to be talking. Like I'm going to be panting, I'm going to be working hard. That's going to be pushing me closer to that max heart rate for sure. But that intensity, I can't keep up for a long time. And if I do that every day, I risk overtraining. So, but here now, I know it's kind of annoying to listen to maybe, but like I'm talking, I'm taking a couple breaths in between words or sentences. So that's about where I want to be. Like I'm feeling the challenge. So that's a really good point, and that the equation seems arbitrary. If you look at nutrition, it's a lot of the same thing. I mean, there are some things we absolutely need a certain amount of. Magnesium is one of them. We need magnesium, like really, really, really badly in so many different ways. So there's still levels that we need, but each person is going to vary. And so that's a big part of what I want to do for just my own personal journey, for this business that I have, High Caliber Life, is open up these conversations to the nuances of fitness and health, the things that people don't really want to talk about, or they don't talk about because it is so complicated. Like, I want to open up those conversations because it's helpful. It's helpful to know that it's okay you don't have everything figured out. I've learned that the biggest thing is that you just keep going. You keep learning, you keep seeking, keep asking, keep knocking, and you'll get the answers along the way, Make educated decisions, of course. Can't just go wherever. Gotta be intelligent about it still. But I think the whole point of a health journey is that you're doing it for you. Your age comes up all the time in regards to my fitness. Yeah, accused of being in my 20s because your energy output. Exactly. Yes, age is just a number. So that's where this may not apply. Like, as you get older, but you've been really consistent in your work, that may not apply as much. Just because I know athletes that are, I trained a triathlete for a little bit. He was several years ago, but he was 52 at the time. He was telling me how in his 50s, his triathlon times were significantly better than when he was in his 20s. That's a 30-year difference, 3 decades. And his times are significantly better in his 50s than were in his 20s. Like, age is just a number. It's just a matter of what are you doing with your time. And I work with a lot of clients in that age range, 50 and up. And that's what I keep seeing over and over and over. Age is just a number. Yeah, we're all going to die eventually, but how are you aging? What are you doing with the time that you have? Are you making the most of it? So that's good. So what do you do? Mashed potato tower? What kind of exercises do you do? As I catch my breath through my rant. That definitely let the time go by. I have almost 10 minutes left. Thanks for that, mashed potato tower. Oh, heavy bag, shadow boxing, weights lift, and martial arts stuff. Nice. Yeah. I did jiu-jitsu a while ago. I want to get back into it now. That's where the injury came from, the rib injury. That's good. So you're playing in that max heart rate range pretty often as a fighter, right? You need to. You need to know how to function at the higher heart rate level. Think clearly even though you have the higher intensity, right? Also great cardio, shadow boxing, working the heavy bag, anything like that for sure. That's great. No one likes shadow boxing. I always try to get streamers to do it, but they laugh or rage out. Really? Why? Is it because they don't box? Or is it like they say they box, but they never show it kind of thing? My husband, he just walked by, and that's why I was turning my head. He was a pro cage fighter, mixed martial arts, and I'm hoping he'll be on my streams here in the future. I will get him to shadow box for you. I actually need to learn some kickboxing from him, so we might do a couple streams like that. It's funny they rage out though. Yeah. Would that be something that you'd be interested in, mashed potato tower? Is like kickboxing streams? Because I want to learn more. And my husband Jared is, we talked about it yesterday actually. Wanted to get back. Yeah. Yes, okay, good. This isn't fishing for a follow, but make sure you're following me. That way you get the notifications for that. Of course, we'll put in the title what we're doing. I'm hoping you'll join me here pretty soon. I don't know if he hears me or not. But it's something I do want to do. I need to learn more kickboxing for sure. Most of my martial arts training has been jiu-jitsu, a little bit of judo, but it's been a long time. Let's see. So, martial arts. What kind of martial arts do you do? Ever watch sumo? No, I don't. That's mostly because like I don't know like when it's on or a good way to get into it, I guess. Like, excuse me, what are the good ones to watch, that kind of thing. Is that what you do? Or you do more sumo? I actually don't know any sumo wrestlers. I think about it. I know wrestlers, but not sumo. Yeah, YouTube has a lot of sumo. I'm just not sure where to start, I guess. Oh boy. 8 more minutes. I did get a later start. Okay. Dip your toes into grand sumo. Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. It is really interesting to watch, like, how they wrestle, because it's different, right? It's different than what we do here in the States, I guess. The competitions that you see. All right. That's the highest level. Okay, thank you. Grand sumo. That's the other thing. I didn't know the terms. I didn't know that term. Thank you for that. I'll look that up. What's is that what you do? Do you do sumo? Have you dabbled in that before? Oh, we're getting there. Make sure my speed is good. Oh, my speed's great. Okay. That's why I'm so tired. Actually a whole mile per hour over what I want. So yeah, judo, sumo is what to look at. Okay, cool. So what kind of martial arts do you train? Is it mostly boxing? Oh. Getting that breath flowing. Okay, about 6 more minutes. Do a little stretching after this. And then I do have to hop off pretty quick. I didn't realize it was this late. I gotta take a shower before my next class. Mainly boxing, some kick stuff. Nice. Good. That is great cardio. The times that I've done it, gets your heart rate up real fast. It is fun. Getting the technique down and everything, make it flow. You get some really good cardio with that. Haven't done grappling in a year. It's hard. It's hard stuff. Did you get injured, or was it more of just like not available kind of thing? Mine was a little bit of both. Injury / when I got married and moved, there wasn't anything out here until just recently, like last month. Now there's something out here. You get 7 miles in this trip. That's nice. You don't have any training partners. Yeah, it helps, doesn't it? Yeah. Is there any school near you or anything? Dojo costs too much, yeah. They're kind of pricey. I'm not exactly sure why. Like some of the classes, I guess. But, I mean, you want to train or pay your trainers for sure. Maybe it's just to cover injuries. They do cost a lot. Four more minutes. All right. The one that's in our area now, I don't know how much it costs, but we're only able to make it like 1 day a week anyway. So better than nothing, but I would like to get more. My husband and I can roll together, but he's way stronger than I am, so it's not a very good matchup. I'm not challenging enough for him, so that's why we haven't really done it with each other. How long have you been on Twitch, Mashed Potato Tower? I'm fairly new. I started in November, I think, streaming. But it's been interesting talking to people on Twitch, like how they came to the platform, why they're there, that kind of thing. Forever. Okay. You've been on here for a long time. I would have clicked on your name already. Do you stream at all? All right, approaching the 2-minute mark. Really? Oh, wow. No joke forever. I didn't even know it was called that back then. Wow. So you've been here seriously from the start. What was there to watch back then before it became Twitch? What was the main thing people were there for? Street Fighters. I actually knew about it. Okay, that makes sense. So it was still a game streaming platform back then. It's always been its roots then. For Street Fighter players to watch tournaments, really? I did not know that. That's cool. What a great idea. And now it's so much more than that. It's crazy. All right, approaching this final minute, picking up the pace a little bit. I push hard on this one, so I apologize if I don't respond immediately. Now about e-girls and politics, yeah. There's a lot of that on there, the e-girls. I don't really like it. I like the personal touch. Haven't gotten much in the politics side of things. Just mostly stay on the fitness, streaming, dabbling in gaming now. $15 more seconds. Yeah, no girls around rule. All right, that's my 30. Breathe here for a little bit. I'll turn my camera. Oh boy. And my computer. Can't read the chat. I am shocked at how many people, like on the just chatting, will stay on there for like hours and hours. I was exploring and checking out that category, and there's one girl that was on there for like, at that point, like 7 hours and counting. Didn't look like she was gonna slow down. I don't know how people do that or have the time to do that. So that's why I'm on Twitch. So I have my make time for my workouts. I hope, I'm gonna do a quad stretch here. I hope my content is helpful. Like I want it to be something that's entertaining, yes, but also educational. Help people with their health. What up, Spindle? How's it going? Good morning. Mashed Potato Tower. I don't know if you're familiar with Spindle. She's another, well, I got the shout out there. She's another fitness streamer. So she kicks butt and takes names. I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm trying to do cardio in the mornings in between classes. So I'm going to hop off of here in just a second. Just go get a shower. Oh, catch my breath first. How are you doing? How was your appointment yesterday? Was it helpful? Oh. I will show you guys the rest of my office, but it is a wreck. It's so bad. Just finished your morning walk. Nice. Get that morning cardio in. Did you, I didn't see a notification that you were on. Did you go outside and walk, or did you stream? Whew. Today's better pain day. Slept in your upstairs bed. Yay, good. Good, good, good. I bet that was a relief. I'm gonna use this little box here. You guys can't see it, but it's actually an archery target that I use for my table for my drinks. I'm gonna do a little hamstring stretch on here, so at least I'm still on camera. Oh. So the really interesting thing yesterday is that your counselor told you should try listening to the 4 hertz while white noise during workout. No. Really? Oh, that's cool. Like that, I really want to dig into some of that stuff. I've kind of dabbled a little bit, just like on YouTube stuff. I wish I could remember his name, but there's a guy that had like the tuning forks, and he had one in one range and one in the other. And I don't understand the hertz language either, because I didn't dig into physics very much. But it was interesting. He played one, and he just said, notice how it feels in your body, and then you play the other. He's like, know how that feels in your body. Like, and the difference was there. Like, it was weird. And there's another time that I was doing yoga with my instructor, and she has this skin drum, and just sitting in the corner. We're on the other side of the room. It just falls over, makes a big boom. It's very freaky. But she just went ahead and picked it up. I was at a child's pose, like face down on the ground, and she took that drum, and she just drummed it right over my back. And before then, like, sound therapy, I thought that was a little woo-woo. But after that, like after she did the drum just over my back, it wasn't touching or anything. It was like maybe that far above me. Like the way that the vibration would, like, it would actually penetrate deeper into my body more than anything else, like more than massage and everything. And I was like, okay, that's turned me on to like the sound therapy stuff. It was cool. Felt really good too, just that vibration. Kind of experimental. Seems kind of woo-woo, but I don't know. Oh yeah, suggest a way. My notebook's outside. That's okay, I have a whiteboard, I can write it there. Yeah, what's the book there, Spindle? Mashed Potato Tower. If you are still on, really appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, some great questions. I hope it was helpful. I guess my biggest takeaway is that just start the process. You're already doing the process. But I guess anybody else that hasn't started working out yet or anything, just start the process. Learn all that you can. And like what Bruce Lee says, the Jeet Kune Do of fitness, keep what works, discard what doesn't. It's not as serious as we make it out to be in the science field. The main thing is that, are you moving on a regular basis? Are you moving in ways that are challenging? And are you implementing the 3 areas of fitness, which is resistance training, really important as you age, cardio, great for brain health, and of course your heart, and mobility training or flexibility. So that's like the yoga, stretching area. We need all 3. Doesn't matter who you are. Every human being needs all 3. Make sure you're getting all 3 of those categories. Just thank you so much for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it. Made it go by so much faster. The Healing Power of Neurofeedback. Author is Stephen Larson. All right, let me write that down on my board. Sorry, I'm off screen here for a second. Healing Power of Neurofeedback. Was it 4 hertz or was it like 400 something hertz for that they suggested? And then the Stephen Larson. Stephen with a PH, right? Yeah, okay. I want a particular page in general that shows the different brainwave states. Ooh. Yes, please send me a pic of that for sure. I got to hop off of here because I got to grab a shower before my next client. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully it was a helpful cardio session. The equation I have on the board, let me get that on here quick again. Again, parameters here. Whoop, there we go. 220 minus your age, that's your max heart rate. You take that max heart rate and then multiply it by 0.8 for your 80% range. and then your 60% range by multiplying by 0.6. And you want to stay in that 60 to 80% of your max heart rate for your cardio. So to stay in the beneficial range. There's the takeaway for the day. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you for popping on Spindle. Really appreciate that. If you are on Twitch, check her out. She's doing some great things. She is, if you don't mind me sharing, Spindle, she's going through some autoimmune stuff, and she is still working out. So she's an inspiration to me. There have been times where like I didn't want to work out, and I saw that she was. I was like, all right, I got to get my butt up, So she's very inspirational to me. Check her out, yeah. You all have a good one.